Good morning. Welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph, and today I'm here with Dion, and we're looking at Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin went up a little bit. Dion is going to do a proper analysis for us of Bitcoin, and then he's going to give us a trading signal on the THETA coin. Good morning, Dion.
Good morning, Joseph. Morning, guys. Let's quickly have a look at the US dollar. Start with the indices. So you can see I've marked all the lower highs that we've made. So the dollar has been struggling to break through, and I think this last little bit of resistance, this bounce back of this resistance here, has given the market a bit of confidence. So you can see here on my right hand side of my screen, the S&P is up, Nasdaq up, total is the money flow into crypto is up. So it's looking good. I think the market is expecting the dollar to drop down here, but having said that, there's a lot of news events. I want to show you this sort of to show our viewers as well this very cool calendar that I found. So it's tradingeconomics.com/calendar. So what's nice here is you can go and select a country. Like I've got here United States news, as that's the one that's involved, that correlates with all our crypto trades. And then the impact here, you can mark high impact events is like a 3-star, and then it sorts into your local time and shows you all the high impact events for that week. So you can see today, tomorrow, Friday, we've got high impact news. Non-farm payrolls is on Friday, which is always a massive one with volatility. And then down here, the 13th of December, we've got the biggest news is the coinflation rate, so that's still coming up. So it's a very cool calendar to, so you can keep an eye on this if you get into trades to know, okay, there's big news coming up and you have to run a tight stop loss or not. If there's no news, then obviously you are a bit safer. So it's a really cool calendar. So this is all the news for the week coming up, and that could definitely affect the dollar here. So at the moment we're on this 200 resistance. We've tried twice now to break below, but it's been holding, and it's now up against this resistance. So news depending this week, we could either break this resistance and go up higher, or which would be great for Bitcoin and all the other markets, is if we can lose this 200 support here, and then you can see there's just nothing under it, and the dollar has actually had a very nice run up since February, so it's about time for it actually to retrace a bit. So if it loses this support, I really think it could bounce quite low, and that would be great for our crypto trades. So keeping an eye on the dollar. Then S&P 500 is also, as the dollar is trying to break the 200 down, this is trying to break the 200 up, so it's tried twice now. You can see how highly it's actually correlated. It's like inverse charts, the two of them. So we need to break on the S&P 500. If we can break above this 200 and then break this trend line, I think it could also really fly on that. And so it could be in December that we just see a massive spike in the indices and in Bitcoin coming up, if the dollar, it's just all dollar dependent, but it's really everything is just like coiling up, as in my opinion, to break to the upside. And same here on the Nasdaq, also had support on the 50 EMA, was lost it, but hoping to get that back, and also then shooting up for the 200. The total is the money flow into all the into crypto, including BTC ETH. So the spin trading has broken out of this trend line. Yeah, you can see this trend line was quite important. It's a few times held as resistance, then support, couldn't break down, eventually broke down, then tried to break back up, couldn't, then did come back as support. So at the moment it's bounced off it, so it's broken through and holding, which is great for us. And then also I've spotted this parallel channel that is definitely running in, and we've bounced now twice, retested the bottom, so double bottom, which is great. And now we're just coming up to this halfway mark. So with the parallel channels, it's always an issue. You can see this halfway mark there was support, resistance here, again resistance, came back, retested, couldn't hold, and now we're getting up to that again. So, and coincidentally it's the same as the 50 EMA, so we have to break the 50 EMA and that halfway support, and then also you can see what I mean, Joseph, they're all just coiling up to break out. So if we break this here, also we're going to fly up. Then Bitcoin dominance is also looking great for our trades. It's on the 40% mark, is exactly where we want it, and to break down here. And I don't know whether you guys noticed, but when we did break here, quite a few of the altcoins just spiked up randomly. So Bitcoin around this area is very cool for all our altcoins. I can just quickly show you even on these are just a few of the altcoins that I watch, but you can just see everything is in the green, and it's because the dominance is so low. So and they've all been making massive spikes, some of them 18, 20, 50% even spikes on some coins, because especially when that dominance dropped below the 50 there. So this is a nice shot just to keep an eye on as well. So once we drop down here, it looks like we found a bit of support, but if we drop below, then you must just watch your favorite altcoin and look for a bounce up and take that trade, because it's bound to spike there. So then getting to Ethereum, we are on the 1-day chart here. So we also had this trend line, broke through, came back, tested a support, and had a nice bounce off that. And yeah, I just want to go down to the 8-hour. So on the 8-hour, you can actually see a very nice pattern on Ethereum. So we had this W reversal pattern, then came back to retest, which is just the perfect breakout and retest pattern. So it should theoretically from here just go up, obviously dollar dependent. But technically this is like a technical perfect bounce, and if the target for that would be this here that I've marked out. So from the neckline of that breakout, call it around about there, that would be our target. And if you look at this big down for this drop that we had here, that FTX drop, they always come back to recover at least 50% of that. So this target is lining up with that kind of exactly. And if you look at this, just move my keyboard here. If you look at previously where it stopped here, you know, on the upside, that was where there was a bit of resistance for a while, just stopped, kind of hovered there and then shot back up. So I would theoretically take that as the target to come and recover this candle here. So you see this was quite a big candle, so, and they always come to recover at least 50%. So this would be the next target candle for them to come and retake. So I would expect here possible, you can see that we had a rejection here at this 1300, so we could come back down to around about 1200, which would be perfectly normal. You can see that's around about here where we had resistance in the past, so it could come back just to retest that. And but if it does come back around about here, so it's 1220, that would be a very nice entry to get in and hold it and go for this target up here. Or otherwise just trade, as I've said before, we've been trading this level to level to level, so it's too late to get into any trade now, as we're like right in the middle of these two levels. So either way, for it to come back, if 1250 holds as a support, then take the trade 1250 to 1300. If it doesn't hold, you can trade it back down to 1200. That's kind of where I'm expecting it to come and retest, and if it makes a nice support here, I would get on that and go for this target up here, which just move these out of the way. I just want to get my so from the 1200 to take that trade, it's like a 13% trade that you could take, probably even higher. So but also just keep an eye on the dollar. Everything is dollar dependent, but this is technically kind of what I'm thinking is to wait for a bit of a pullback, either get support there or there, and then take a trade back up and going for that target. Bitcoin, let's just have a look at the 1 day quickly. So as we said earlier this week, this was a continuation pattern that I'd found here, and I said to you guys that the odds were good that it would break back up, which it now has, and gone for the 17,000 support is exactly what we expected, where it would bounce back down. So this is exactly the same thing now. if we go down to a lower chart. So I put a fib on here from this last move. As I've now said, that if there's a big candle like this, they always come back to retrace at least to recover 50% of it. So if you put a fib on this last move, the 50% is round about on this line here, the 16,660, and you can see in the past it's often been resistance support. So I expect Bitcoin as well, just like Ethereum, to come back, retest this level, and from 1660 round about here to make a reversal. It could come and retest this this level that we had here, this trend line as well, but I would think if dollar and everything plays with us, then this golden zone here would be around about the 16,660, but I would expect it to stop and then reverse and go back up, and that would then be also a nice trade for you guys to take up to 17,000 again. So the 17,000 is a very strong resistance, so I would get out there, see if we come back down again, get in back and trade it up to 17. So I think it could take 2 or 3 tries to break the 17,000. Once we're out there, then we can target again the 17,500 on Bitcoin. Then getting to the theta trade, so just showing you on the 1 day first, just a hodl possibility from where we are now to the all-time highs, 1,600%. So this theta is an awesome coin. It's ranked 45 coin market cap, so it's really a good entry. You can see it's like never been lower. It's the perfect low to get into theta now. And then just zooming in here on the daily, just to show you where I'm wanting to trade. These two support lines, so it's basically $1.05 and 95 cents roughly, where every time it's come to hit those levels, you can see we made 45% from there again, 37% came back to test the lower one, 62%, 62% again. Then here we had a 16% of that line, but this was in this whole bear market, so it didn't have a big bounce there. It was on its way down, but still a little reaction there, and then broke down to here, and again a 40% move. So at the moment we're like right under that level, where I'm expecting kind of fireworks from, and I marked it I think on the 1 hour chart. So just zooming into the 1 hour chart then, so as you can see we're just below that level, so it's like 95%. So don't get into this trade now, so I would wait for us to break 95 cent, and then also there's this trend line here. I would also want to break that trend line. So before we get into this trade, let's break this trend line here and break the 95 cent, and if we then form a solid little base, you can get into that trade. And I've just marked here, I would put stop loss around about 3.6%, so under this low. So put your stop loss there, and then you can trade it up to any range potentially. So you could go to that range highs like 3.8%, or otherwise half of that candle recovery I just marked out here would be about 6%. So you could either expect a small bounce, get out here, wait for that bounce back down, pull back, and then get back in, and then go for the next target, which is around about $1. This $1 is also a psychological number, so it would definitely have a bit of a pullback from there. So take profit there, wait for a pullback, get back in, and eventually go for the $1.05. So, or you could just, Joseph, I know, would just buy and hold. You could buy and hold, go for your 10%, or this 105, or get in, get out, get in, get out on these levels. But it's definitely setting up for an awesome trade here. But just be patient, wait for us to break this trend line, wait for us to break that support at 95, and then you can get in, and depending on your risk, you could run a stop loss, follow a stop loss up all the way, or just break, just hold for a 10% profit. Or more. If everything looks good, you can just stay in that trade, because potentially this would be our next target up here at about 40% profit. And theta can, if theta starts moving, you can see like there, it could do it in 3 or 4 days. So just keep an eye on it. It's really at just coiling up to break up. I think it's an awesome opportunity. Yeah, that's it from me, Joseph. A lot today.
Hey, awesome. Thank you, Dion. Yeah, I'm very excited about Bitcoin showing some bullish movement there. And I love the THETA coin. That's actually one of those coins that can 3x over the next year. So I would just buy the THETA coin. If you really need to take profit, you can do it at 40%. Or, like Dion said, there, you can buy, take profit at 4, wait for the bounce, buy again, take 10%, wait for a bounce, then go up higher. So, but it's a fantastic coin. It's an excellent project. I also want to recommend, if you just want to hold on to some THETA, I think on the long term, this is a really good coin to hold on to. Hey, awesome. Thank you for the excellent analysis on where Bitcoin is going. It really feels as if the market is turning. Traditionally, in December, usually Bitcoin goes up. So we're just about ready to turn from November to December. And so there is a possibility for the market to recover a lot over this next few months, all the way to April. And I still got my take profit on my Bitcoin at $35,000. So I'm gonna just hold on tight because the moment I hit $35,000, then I have doubled some of my Bitcoin that I bought now at the low. So that'll be wonderful for me if that could happen. Alright guys, we're gonna be back later again with another video. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dion.
Pleasure. Cheers, guys. See you later.